do indeed. I've got a very special surprise for all of you. This is a male leopard, a young male leopard by the name of Hosana. And Hosana is a very special leopard to all of us because we've actually watched him grow up from when he was very little. In fact, we were even lucky enough to briefly see him on the day after he was born. How special is that? So we have watched him grow up from a tiny, right up until the point that he's at now, which is 2.5 years old, and a very special young male indeed. Now, a young male leopard has a tough time ahead of them because a young male leopards are territorial. In other words, they defend an area. Hello, my boy. He's going to come up right past us. There he goes. They have to defend a territory. I'll tell you a little bit in a moment. We just watch him walk past. I think he might want to go for a drink. Nope, he's had a drink, looking at the water around his chin. Now, leopards are territorial, which means that the males will defend an area of land. Just, you can think of it kind of like your house or your apartment and your garden. And then the females will do that as well. Now, for a young male, he's got to go and find himself a territory. And to do that, he has to compete with other big males out there, which is a tricky thing to have to do. And it can be quite dangerous. Now, at the moment, he is hanging out in his mother's old territory, which means that he's also in his father's territory as well. I can hear squirrels herd him. There's a squirrel going chirr, 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 chirr. It is behind us, unfortunately. So lots of animals, when they see a predator like a leopard, they will actually start to give off certain sounds to alert other animals and to say to the leopard, we've seen you, stay away from us, don't try and catch us. What's he doing down there? This is very, very exciting. I think he's smelling something down that way. Now, we know that his father was walking around here a few days ago, so that might be what he's smelling over there. Perhaps he's smelling the scent mark, in other words, where urine has been sprayed. So that's one of the ways in which animals will defend their territory, is they'll actually urinate, and the smell of their urine keeps all the other animals away. All the other animals of the same species, because remember, territories only work if you're talking about an animal of the same species. Leopards will fight each other for territory, lions will fight each other for territory, but leopards and lions won't fight over territory, they'll fight over resources or food. Now, I think what I'm going to do is turn around slightly and just go backwards so that we can see him. Noah, you would like to know how fast Hosana can run. And, excuse me, it's the dust. The answer to that is a leopard is really, really super fast. Now, if Hosana's running in his absolute fastest, he could cover 22 meters per second. Now, to give you, think about how fast that is, 22 meters. Once we're finished with this, perhaps on your lunch break, go outside and take 22 big steps. Measure it from the start to the finish. What are you doing, you silly boy? And then tell me how, or tell each other how long it takes you to run 22 meters. It's about 60 or so feet, give or take, just a bit more than 60 feet. That is how fast he can run in 1 second. That is crazy. But he's not a long distance runner, so he can't run for long periods of time at that speed. He has to actually stop and take a break and take a rest. He can only do that. He's like a short distance sprinter. Afternoon, yours. If you can give me 2 seconds, I'll get back to you. Brent isn't out this afternoon. Sorry, everyone. Just talking to the other people on this reserve. It's one of the ways in which we share information with each other. So I'm going to tell this gentleman yours that there's a leopard here, and I think he probably has something to tell me as well. This leopard's definitely sniffing around. There were lions here earlier today as well, so he might also be smelling lions. And he must be careful where he goes walking, because I've heard that there are lions not far away from where we are as well. Now, a lion is bigger and stronger than a leopard, and I said that they don't fight over territory, but they do fight for competition because they both eat the same food. And so a lion, if it sees a leopard, will try and chase it and catch it. And it's only because a leopard's very agile and good at climbing trees that they are able to escape. And he's now walking straight in the direction of those lions. He's a clever boy, though. He knows that there are lions around. Okay, I'm going to follow this lovely leopard. In the meantime, let's send you over to Steve, who's got